I'm pretty excited because tomorrow I gonna run, or let's say I gonna try to run the biggest distance of my life. So tomorrow we're gonna do the Zürich challenge, how we call it. Means we try to run once around the Lake of Zurich, which is approximately 80k or 110 if you make the big loop. And it's pretty intimidating to think about it, and I'm like excited like a little boy and scared and many different things at the same time going through my head and my heart. But I wanted to take this moment to talk about why I'm doing such a crazy thing. So I don't do this to post it here on social to show off, despite it sounds contradictory that I make a video about it. Let me explain you why. I found it very interesting to see what happens when I expose myself to a challenge like this and I come to the point where I reach the wall, that I am tired, that I maybe have some pain, maybe I'm exhausted and I don't know what to do. And yes, so what is your question, Felix?
How many shells do you have, Martin?
This is Felix, one of my best friends, and the other crazy guy who thought it's a good idea to run around the Lake of Zurich. How many shells? So Felix is talking about the nutrition problem that we are facing. I don't know. I think I counted 12. Okay, to give you an idea what we're talking about, I have to show you this. So this is my running pack, dry clothes, and so this is the nutrition. Because we do it all by ourselves, we have to bring all the nutrition with us. So we have to drag all by ourselves because all the races are cancelled because of Corona. So we just do our own race. And that means we have to organize all by ourselves. We have to bring all the nutrition by ourselves, the whole logistic. We have to make the route. We have like to think about all the possibilities, which I think is pretty exciting. And also that we can do the race by ourselves and not with all the crowd. It's much more calm. So you see, we are like nervous in a state like little kids because we don't know what is going to happen. And that is what I wanted to say coming back. It's like, I'm super stoked and interested in this, exposing myself to situations where I don't know what's going to happen. And then exploring how I'm going to react. What can I learn from it? Can I relax into it? Can I cope with the stress, with the unknown? Okay, I have to pause it because I have to say something that is very important to me. This video is not about running. Yes, it's about running around the Lake of Zurich, but the deeper meaning is much bigger. It's about how do you approach a situation that is overwhelming. And what I do here, I just practice while running. I know these kind of situations from other aspects of my life, let it be fighting with my cancer or at work or in relationships. The only thing I do here is I practice voluntarily, so in the hope I can transfer what I learn here to other aspects of my life. Okay, so let's take a look how it goes. I don't do this for fun. I do this is for me it's a school of life. Because what I will learn tomorrow during the next 12, 15, 20 hours when we try to run around the lake is it's an inner journey. So it's running is just another way of meditating and learning something about myself. I don't know what will happen. I don't know how I will react to it, and that's why I'm so excited to do it. Yes, so and what I also like is we don't need anything. We just like, here's the lake. We just go out of the house and we start running. I love it. I really love it. I think that's really really adequate for what is happening at the moment in the world. We don't have to fly somewhere or whatever. It's like here in front of the house. Okay, so now I have to go back in and prepare my stuff because tomorrow at very early on we're gonna leave the plan is to be on the first mountain for the sunrise. So let's see. See you then. Wish me luck. Bye. Oh, how are you?
Great.
Okay, so we are now on Bellevue, Gerbruck, and I feel very excited, nervous, curious. Felix, how do you feel now? Like, what is going through your mind and heart?
Very grateful. Really looking forward to this big adventure journey together with you.
Yeah, same. 6:30. It's an absolute breathtaking morning. You can probably hear the birds. The sun is coming, and I just feel so at peace and grateful and happy. Wow, amazing. I think life is a long game, it's a long run. And we were going over there, we were going downhill, and it was beautiful, and we're like, it was so tempting to go fast and like have fun, and we were like, no, wait, we have a really big round in front of us. It's like you have to be smart and looking forward what's coming if you want to finish the big loop. And I think what's true for this kind of long runs is also true for many things in life. It's a long game. It's a long game for a professional life. It's a long game dealing with COVID. It's a long game in relationship, working on them. It's in many things a long game. And that's why I love what we do today, because I really learned so much that I can transfer to other parts of my life. Okay, so much life philosophy from me, now we have to go. So there is Zurich. We run all up the hill here, and we run all down here, down there to the bridge, over, and then all the back way there. Tell us, Felix, you had an insight.
Yeah, I mean, today we're going to experience something which we never did, and I know we actually do that every day. It's nothing special, but today it's gonna be very, very clear.
Obvious.
Very obvious.
That's so interesting.
Because today we really will meet our limits, our comfort zones, and we have the chance to either pull back, what you normally do, most people, or with the chance to push our comfort zones, what most people do when they are confronted with the borders of the comfort zone, or you can soft and relax into it.
And then what happens when you relax into it?
It's just different.
I think what happens, it dissolves. I think that's
because
like a little packet of magnesium.
yes, because it's kind of yourself is dissolving in this moment. And you just are. Maybe it's still hurting, but it's not a problem because it's just pain and nothing else. This was the inside of the day.
This was the inside of the morning. Yes. We will be back with new insights on this channel. So stay tuned from now. Radio Ultron is checking out. $40K, nearly the first marathon in, and we are really looking for water. We run out of water and it seems like no restaurant here. So that's the adventure when you don't have any ad station. Let's see, where is the water? Church closed because of COVID. No water. Please give us water. You had water? No water. No. Oh. All right. Okay, let's go there. Oh. No. Please. Yes. Yeah, 42. So now every step I make is further than the furthest that I ever run. Every step is bonus. Half time. Yeah.
There's coconut water.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not bad. Now we have 50 Ks. What's your verdict until now? What's your impression?
We did a good run so
Yes.
far, with a lot of fun,
Yeah.
with a lot of ease.
Let's see. Yes.
In the end, it was a bit tough, you
Yeah.
know, on the street, walking on the street, running on the
Yeah.
street. But otherwise, I feel really good.
Yes.
Good to make a break now.
Yes, in the shadow.
Shadow.
Next to this beautiful train station.
What about you, Martin?
I'm very happy. It went much better than I thought. Doesn't feel like we were running 50 Ks. And I told you before, what is very interesting, I'm really looking forward now to the second part. So now it's also the moment we're gonna split. I'm gonna cross the bridge to go to the other side and find my way back. And you make a little extra loop.
Yes.
And I think for both of us, it's now. I'm looking forward to the what's coming. And normally in the race, I'm always like, oh, when it's over, and it's completely different. I don't know. How it's for you?
I look forward to the second part. It's also, I mean, we run 52 Ks now, and I'm kind of tired. But I think today is really the day. I can make it. I really think I can make it.
I have no doubt about it.
The whole lake of Zurich, surrounding the lake, and And also, I mean, I would love to join you now, to go for a swim together and to do the second part. And it's also interesting to face the difficulties and the challenge all by yourself.
Alles gut. You too. Take care.
Ja, softer.
Ciao. Yeah. This is crossing the side. Wow. So I'm now going from left side to the right side. Right side, left side, right side, left side. Wow, this is really magic. Now it's time for a bath. Oh yeah.
1 hour later.
So now K number 60 and slowly getting uphill. The heat is turning on and I just like had the troubles to get into the flow and like getting back into the rhythm after this amazing bath in the lake. And then I see this tree. So this is a ginkgo tree. And a ginkgo tree to me is the tree of life. It's very close to my heart. And what a symbolic moment when I'm just like having a down that this tree shows up, standing here since decades. Bye bye tree. Okay, 65. Okay, it's really too hot for my taste, and I chose this panorama view hiking trail, which is amazing view, but it's all the time on the sun like this. So I decided to change a bit the route and try to get into the forest to get some fresh air. I need that. So let's see how that goes. Much better. Oh, it's so much better up here. So much better. Okay, kilometer 70. And the legs, yes, they get heavy, but I just had another kind of amazing moment. I suddenly become super emotional. It's like dancing for a whole night on a festival, because I'm listening to music, but better. And it's so interesting. It's kind of a epiphany. It's just like, okay, let me be honest. I say epiphany, and yes, I had insights, but what I think really happened there is I became super emotional. Like in this phase of the whole day, of the whole journey, I don't want to call it a race, of the journey, I became really emotional. I started to cry, and a lot of not only thoughts but emotion came out of me. And it was not sad. There were sad things coming up, but it was not a feeling of like dragging me down. It was just like, I would not call it an epiphany. I think I would call it a catharsis, like an emotional release, which was super beautiful. Yes, it's actually really cool to see that now in the back mirror. It's just like the epiphany. It's just like coming out all the stuff that accumulated over the past months. Super beautiful. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to run into a wall. And what I entered is a beautiful self-discovery space. No, really, it is really hard to describe how it is feeling, how I am feeling. You see, I cannot talk anymore. Slowly, probably getting tired. But I think it's the reason why I do all these things, to push the boundaries in a soft way and then see what happens, see what comes up. That is like deep down a big fan from unconscious processing, and I don't think you can release that by just thinking or talking. I think you have to work with your body to access this black box, and this box is just opening at the moment, like whoa, nice. So here you go. That's, I think, the biggest difference to a normal race is this unknown factor. You don't know where the next shop is, the next gasoline station, the next farmer where you can get water. So it makes it even more interesting. I mean, here it's pretty crowded, you still have a lot of civilization, so it's not a big race, but still, before I was just sweating out, I had no water anymore, and then bam, farmer. So let's try to find some shadow, because this ain't gonna work. It's now kilometer 73. I had a break which was good for water, but now my legs really start to hurt. The left squat is starting to cramp at the right, and the left upper leg is tight. So I just have to walk one step at a time and see what happens. Yes, I have no other tactic. Let's see. All right, checking in, kilometer 75, and my legs recovered. I'm like, okay, it's downhill, but I'm floating. Uphill I have to walk. No way I can run uphill anymore. So I'm really excited about this, and I observed some first raindrops. So let's see what happens. Or, as one of the most famous runners in history once said, life is like a chock of boxlet. Oh yeah, it's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. 80. All downhill. Nice. All in all, I have to say, perfect day. And what I was thinking the last hours is like, you should really do what you can't, because it's the only way you actually find out if you can. And I think this is so true for all what we do in life. We have our mindset, like, okay, I am this, I am that, I do this, no, I cannot do that. And we have this story in our mind. But these stories are always wrong. Sometimes they are twisted to be too much optimistic and sometimes too pessimistic. But they're actually seldomly really true. Let's check if I'm still recording, yes. And so, the only way to find out what if the story in your head is true or not is to do it, to try it. Do not be afraid of failing, of falling down and getting up again. I think that's a big reason why a lot of people don't do it. Look, I get like sweaty tears. Not sweaty tears. Like tears in the eyes. Like I'm getting so emotional, honestly. Like the only way, and that's why I love running, to really understand and work on your mindset is to try it. Go out, one life, make it count. Like honestly, just do it and don't be afraid if you don't finish. So what else? What the F? Come on, like at least you tried. It's much better than not. So I'm so stoked that we tried that. Turned out so well. I'm curious what the others are doing where they are. I haven't heard from each other for hours, so yeah. And now just try to bring it home without any injury. I'm now on 84 kilometers, so that's a double marathon. But I'm pretty tired, and I'm somewhere here in the forest, in the Töbeli, the last downhill. I don't know how far it is down there, but I'm just exhausted, and I'm happy I don't have to climb anymore. So now it's really like all the legs are hurting. Like I sometimes walk and then I realize, you know, walking hurts as much as running, so I just run. Okay, super interesting. I was sitting on this bench having a break, getting something to drink, and when I stood up I was like all turning and I got a lot of nausea. Like still now I feel like vomiting out of the blue. Super interesting. I was very happy and like all fine with the stomach the whole day, sitting, having a break, standing up, and not good. So I see, just walk, take it slow with the flow, and then we see. Okay, I think that is actually the most interesting moment of the whole race, because on the last kilometer I finally hit that wall. When I stood up from this bench, I just felt like vomiting. And the interesting thing is I couldn't allow myself to realize that, yeah, actually I'm really at the edge. I was like, oh no, go with the flow. And I saw all these other walkers with their dogs and joggers, and I was just so like wasted and smelly, and I just wanted to vomit, but I couldn't allow myself to do that. So it was an interesting conversation I had, like an internal conversation with my ego. And yeah, again, it's so like rewarding and insightful to watch it here from a distance. I think it was a good thing that this happened at the end, because I was waiting the whole day for that. And I think it was also now interesting to see like how I handle it. It's actually pretty fun. And what is also interesting is I didn't record the final, the arriving. So after that I walked another 2 kilometers and then I arrived, and I didn't record the finish line. And first I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to record it. And then I was like, no, it's actually really symbolic, because as I said, this whole thing is not about the finish line. It's not about the finishing photo. It's about the starting line. It's about the daring. It's about allowing yourself to expose yourself to this kind of challenges and then see what you do. So I think it's actually the perfect ending. So yeah, that was my journey of an 86 kilometer run. I definitely can recommend it. You don't have to run, but like challenging yourself with a situation that you like feel like, oh, it intimidates you, and then just see what happens. Don't pull, don't push, just relax. Okay, looking forward to hear from you what you think, what you do, and wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart. Bye bye.